Oop. Hey,
How you doing?
it's me. And then I didn't check who was on first on that. And so when I did that side, Miggy was going to be there with the regulations. So we're going to talk a little bit about hiding cannabis in this episode of Cannabis Legalization News. We have regulations now out of New York. And New York State has come out with their conditional adult use retail dispensary regulations.
Nice.
And then how they can be eligible and all this other stuff. So there's 36 pages. And then what do? We make it into a checklist, because now this checklist has all these elements that you're going to have to get and put together in your application. And the application appears to be fairly complex. I mean, they even ask for audited financial statements. But then that's one of the reasons why we put it into a checklist, so that the regulation compliance will be something that you can get going on right now if you want to get into a adult use retail dispensary in the state of New York. However, when you look at the eligibility, it really appears that you're going to be kept out kind of a bit. You know, you have to have been in New York. The majority of the ownership have been residents of New York by being physically and present of the state for not less than 100 calendar days during the current year, or 540 days over the past 3 years. So I guess this is for the snowbirds, that they're okay. And then it has to have this applicant. That means it's justice involved. And so this justice involved, remember that headline that you saw going around about how the first 100 dispensaries were going to go to people with prior marijuana convictions?
Yeah.
These are the regulations.
That's pretty dope. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's who getting the first pick.
It is. And then you have to find the eligible people that are going to be these justice involved individuals. And they also have to have businesses. So they need to be convicted of one of these, or be a parent or child, spouse, or dependent. And see, that's kind of nice that they've expanded the family map. Because if it's just you, that makes it a little bit more straitjacketed. But then if it's you and your family, then because that offense may have negatively impacted you, because I think they're also requiring you to be a business owner.
What if you get the double whammy and you're just one of those guys that are presently in business and get arrested while you're in business? Did you have a business? Can you apply for the license? Because they're like, I just got arrested.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
Right. Well, it's just, there's a lot of new regulations that came out of New York in the past couple of weeks. And so much so that we're going to be doing a webinar on them because it's not just there's a link to this webinar in the description section of our episode today. And it's not just the retail that we have the regulations for. There's actually an application period going on right now in New York for cultivation. Outdoor cultivation, adult use, is coming to New York.
Man, that's exciting. Now, what's the fees ahead of time? What are the requirements for that kind of stuff?
We'd have to see if the fee aspects in those regulations there. But with the hemp ones, the hemp farmer into the cultivator, they're quite reasonable. Like, I remember them, and these are the regs, there are 13 pages of them. I remember them saying that there was going to be something like prohibitive, like a $500,000 application fee. But no, when they actually publish the regulations, there's only a $2,000 application fee.
Oh, that's
and
not
they
bad
can
at all.
they can start getting going. But it's a very large plan. So it looks like it's truncated at the beginning so you can start getting going. But then within 30 days of them issuing you have to get more of those plans together. So they're kind of telling you here, you can get started, but then, get your consultants and your other people on the line to start getting us this stack of documentation that we're going to need to make sure that you're compliant with our regulations.
Do you need to have the location already until?
Yes. And so you already had to have been a hemp farmer farming hemp. Remember that one hemp farmer we had on 2 years ago? I wonder if he's still farming hemp.
Oh yeah, he has Blue Dream Radios. I follow him on the Instagram. They're some lovely.
Let's give him a shout, because let's see if he's doing this. Because if I was a hemp farmer like him in New York, I'd be jumping all over that.
Hate Proof asked if we're Mac One or Pineapple Express today. I'm gonna say I had a wedding cake earlier. You don't know what you're smoking. You got backseat.
There's that. And so, but it looks a lot like Purple Punch, and its flavor profile sounded very similar as well. And so I'm assuming that it's got some purple in its ancestry.
Pizza.